Alright guys, we're looking at doing an AC only replacement. We're located in the basement. Plenty of space for working around. This is a high efficiency, it's a 2-stage, 135,000 BTU, and we're looking at about a 5-ton condenser and coil. So it's an uncased coil, and we'll start with the measurements. So I measured from left to right. Right there, I've got that measured at about 24 inches. There is a bottom box underneath, and I've got that roughly at about like 9 by 24. For the height, I measured for the furnace itself from like that crease right there to about right there. I've got that measured at about 32 inches, and then a depth of 29. For the return, I measured from that point to that point at about 19 inches, and then for the depth, I chose this part of the return, and it's about, the depth on that is 24. I also measured the trunk line from right there to right there at about 12 inches. For the height, I measured from that crease right there, and I went up to, you'd see right up there. I went up to that point right there. I've got that measured at about 48 inches. For the width, it shows the smallest point just under the uncased coil from that to right there at about 25 inches, and same thing with the depth at about 21 and a half. The trunk lines are going both this way and behind this, which I'll show in the video in about a moment. And I've got that roughly at about 20 by 10 and 16 by 10. And then the return trunk line I've got roughly at about 20 by 8. The filter, media filter, it's about 20-25 by 4. There's a large fan power humidifier located in the back. We're just going to leave that. So here's what that looks like. You'd see from right there. And then looking at like on the trunk line, so this is the return, and then that's the supply. There's also, as you kind of go along, there's also some rounds in there from the supply trunk lines, and then they run all the way down to there. But yeah, pretty straightforward of what we're looking at here. So and that is, here is the and then the data plate. All right, and there you go.